Welcome to Bible Logos. My name is Robin Carter, and I'm your broadcast host. Today, I'm excited to introduce part 1 of the message, Baby, You're So Good. To determine where you might best serve in ministry, examine your heart. Baby, you're so good. Please like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, here's part 1 of Baby, You're So Good.
Exodus chapter 31, verses 1 through 3, and then verse 6 from the English Standard Version of the Bible. For the Lord God said to Moses, See, I have called by name Bezalel. Verse 3, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God, with ability and intelligence, with knowledge and all craftsmanship. Verse 6, the latter part of verse 6 says, and I have given to all able men ability that they may make all that I have commanded them. I want to read that one more time, that verse 6. It says, and I have given to all able men ability that they may make all that I have commanded you. Today's message is titled, You're So Good, You're So Good, You're So Good. Baby, you're so good. Come on and hug on, love on one or two people and tell them, baby, you're so good. We're going to talk about unpacking what you are naturally good at. We're proceeding further in our study on shape. We've talked about the spiritual gifts, which represents the S in shape. We've talked about heart, which represents the H in shape. And today we're going to look at the abilities. Today we're going to look at the abilities, your gifts, your talents, what is in it within you. And some of us know very well what our gifts are. Some of us know very well what our talents are, and you see us operating within them. I think about Sylvia Jackson, the lead for our culinary ministry. And when you're talking about a woman who knows how to make $1 out of 15 cents, she asks you the question, what is my budget? And then she worked with that budget and does incredible things with the culinary ministry through that budget. I think about Leon Davis, masterful painter. Transform your house. Think about Joy Leday, gifted counselor, talented counselor, incredible counselor. We've got throughout this church people with gifts, with talents, with abilities that God has given you. And for you, it's second nature. For you, it's just like waking up in the morning. For you, you just do what you do. Amen. But for those of us who get to experience what it is that you do, it's a tremendous blessing. So I want to thank God for each and every one of you and with your gifts and your talents as you give them back to the Lord. Come on and thank God for your gifts and thank God for your talents. Some of you know very well what your gifts are. Some of you know very well what your talents are. And then there are others who are in a period of discovery, in a period of finding. I'm still trying to find what my niche is. I'm still trying to find what my fit is. I'm still trying to find what my talents and giftings are. And you have to ask yourself the question, what are my skills? What did God invest in me? The other day I was watching a movie, some of you are familiar with it, called The Blind Side, which chronicled the life of a Michael Oher. And as a young teenager, he was homeless. As a young teenager, he didn't even have a place to lay his head. And as you follow the story, there was a family that was well off who took him in. And they enrolled him in school, and they began to minister to him. You know, ministry is not only what you say across a pulpit.
Amen. Say that. Say that.
Ministry is what you do, the life that you live,
Yes.
how you invest in people.
That's it.
And so they ministered to him. And I remember there was a scene in the movie where he'd gone to see a guidance counselor, and they, tested him. And the counselor was reviewing it with the adopted parents and basically told him, he has tested in the lower percentile on everything. Every area. He's at the bottom of the list except one. And the one area that he tested well was the area called protective instincts. They said he tested in a 98th percentile for protective instincts. And what they learned to do with what he had was focus in on what that skill was and focus in on what that talent was, and transformed him from a destitute on his way to death, because of that, where he grew up at, the statistics had it where you would probably not live to be 25. The chances against his survival were much greater than the chances for his survival. But because they were able to hone in on what was inside him.
Welcome back. We're just getting started, but I'm already excited about this word. Tune in tomorrow for part 2 of the message, Baby, You're So Good. And don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family. I'm Robin Carter, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.